and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air, right center field. Brandon Compton, welcome to 2025. The other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Yes, you hear that noise in the background? Yes, because I am inside a gymnasium, as they say. Women's hoops is practicing. We're going to hear from Coach Molly Miller in a little bit, but yeah, they are practicing right now, and I will bring you actually some of it. But yeah, but I am Michael Caracinito at Diablo00, as you know, on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. Check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You guys know it. You love it. It's absolutely awesome. You can also go to the wonderful world of IG, as the kids say, and go to michael.caracinito.5. Check it out live there every day as well, 12 to 1. And then, guess what? Then, if those two don't work for you, go to YouTube. That new invention that might stick around just a little bit. Yeah, that might stick around just a little bit. The YouTube is there, so you can go to YouTube and you can watch live, which I want you to do, but subscribe to the channel, guys, because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews here. I mean, we caught up with Coach Miller before, the spring semester ended. Right after she got a little bit after she got hired, went out recruiting, went to the Final Four, went out recruiting. Yeah, so she was a little busy, but go to YouTube. You guys know how to get there. You see my name, Michael Caracinito, but the page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe away. Because like I said, whether it's coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, and athletic director that we will work on getting next week. I know I keep saying it, but yes, hey, people are busy, right? Schedules, it happens. Because for all sports that are in season, other sports are not in season, and yes, constant traveling and all that good stuff. But anyway, you have missed all those, and you can go back, and you've missed a lot. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't seen season 1, or season 2, because yes, we are in season 3 right now. If you haven't seen season 1 or 2, you can binge watch that. Keep watching season 3, you'll get caught up. And when we have people on, like, for example, Graham Rossini, the wonderful athletic director, when we have people on, guess what? You'll say, hey, they didn't maybe talk about this or talk about that. You can't talk about the same things every time. I mean, yeah, things will overlap, of course, but there's always good stuff to talk about. So you can binge watch season 1, then binge watch season 2, then keep watching season 3. You'll be all caught up. And I was out at softball last night, by the way. A little fall ball, as we were out at baseball as well too. But a little fall ball there, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe away as you're getting it done. So yes, but like I said, softball last night, but tonight, huge ranked matchup, guys. Huge ranked matchup. Texas Tech and ASU women's soccer out at Sun Devil Soccer Field. Guys, get on out there. Check it out. Support this team. They need to win a few. If they, you win 4 out of 5. You beat Texas Tech at home, and then you get to go back on the road to I want to say it's Iowa State. Yeah, go back on the road to Iowa State. I think they have Utah after that at Utah, but nonetheless, get out there tonight. Let's focus on that. I know I can't get carried away with the rest of the schedule, but Texas Tech is again just absolutely. They're ranked pretty good, guys, to overstate the obvious. But yeah, get on out there tonight. I want to say 6 p.m. Let's just make sure. 7 p.m. Sorry. Sun Devil Soccer Stadium, 7 p.m. Remember, women's volleyball is in Provo. That's on ESPN Plus at 5 p.m. So, again, you can watch mostly all of that. Look, it's at 7 p.m. but volleyball's at 5 p.m. So you can check that out. Root on the Devils. Get on out to Sun Devil Soccer Stadium. Coach Winkworth and obviously the team would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, this Texas Tech team, man, I tell you, they looking, and I think I mentioned it yesterday, but right now they are 4-0-2 in conference play, so they have not lost a game. in conference. 2 draws, but they are 10-1-2 overall. Baylor is 10-1-2 as well. Baylor is 5-1 in a conference play. So yeah, they are rolling there in Waco. But then you have West Virginia. That's 4-0-2 as well. TCU and Colorado are 4-1-1, and then you have Kansas at 3-3, UCF at 2-1-3, Utah at 2-2-2, and then choose wild for Utah, and then ASU 2-3-1 along with BYU, and then Arizona's 2-4, and then Houston and K-State are 1-3-2, as is Cincinnati. So Houston, K-State, and Cincinnati. Iowa State's 1-5, and then Oklahoma State's 0-5-1. And their draw is against ASU, where they literally parked the bus, and ASU had opportunities. Just unfortunately, the ball wanted to hit the crossbar, hit the post, and not go in. But nonetheless, the Devils, like I said, they are 2-3-1, but they're 9-3-2 overall. Again, you got 4 games left. You win 3 out of 4. That might put you in a pretty good spot. So including tonight, wait, is it 4 including tonight or 3? Let's see. 5, sorry. So including tonight, it's 5 games. So they have number 12, Texas Tech, as you guys know, and then they're at Iowa State, and then they are at Utah, and then they're home for TCU on the 26th, and they go take on that school down south on Thursday, October 30th. So it's the night before Halloween, guys. Get down there, turn that stadium into a Sun Devil house, because it is #OurState, as you know, reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball. You know, make sure we all know that, and reminded me of it, and that's why I always tell you every day. But so yeah, if you could win 4 out of 5, because you would have beaten either number 12 Texas Tech or number 14 TCU. So that is where Coach Winkworth and if that, I want to say they win 3 and tie 2. If you look at it, you get 2 draws, so they'd be 12. So they would be 12, 3 and 4. I mean, that could put them over there too. But again, we'll just have to wait and see, my friends. But nonetheless, that is so that is where they were at. Again, volleyball undefeated in Big 12 play. 5 p.m. BYU, ESPN Plus. And a big celebration here in the gym. Loving it. But yeah, 5 p.m. ESPN Plus. You can check out volleyball. And then Provo, a tough environment. So yes, watch, be out there loud, be out there in spirit, and keep rocking it. So hey, football, you guys know. Speaking of Texas Tech, is a big 3-pointer. I was just hitting practice here. Speaking of Texas Tech, they will be here Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m., guys. You know this, and it's one of those things where, you definitely know it. So, Sam Levitt looks like he could go after what Coach Gillingham said yesterday. But, Sam Levitt could go. So, we will see if he can, but so there's kind of huddling up breaking right now. So we're going to take a break. When we get back, guess what? We'll be hearing from Coach Molly Miller. So we'll take a break and have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
Audio
Hi, Jenna.
So,
What's up? Oh, that's not really know.
it's in the
Can you step to your right a teeny bit?
I got for the detail. How has it been learning from Coach Molly Miller throughout the first few months so far? It's been amazing. She has a great way of motivating you to want to work harder. I love that about her. She makes you want to hard things. Training's not only my family. So
Well, we heard about team bonding at your house over the summer. Just tell us a little bit about that.
I took some of my team to. I live on a ranch, so we took to a ranch that had never been to the fishing, and it was fun. They didn't really want to touch the fish, but it was okay. So, but it was really fun for them to get a new experience because she was from California. So yeah.
How did those kind of experiences help you guys gel?
Um, I feel like we get along really well off the court. Like, we like to hang out all the time together. So I feel like being a family off the court helps you on the court to want to play for each other and play hard, like, and pick each other up when somebody's down. So I think you need that off the court and on the court too.
With how new of a unit this is, those holes that are coming together in one top secret. How do you think that process is doing right now?
I think it works really well because we're all new. So we all wanted to come together. We all had the same goal in mind. We want to win. We came from other programs and we wanted to win. So when you have the same goal, I feel like it's easy to gel with people and to be become family because we all want the same thing.
And to piggyback off that, I mean, Coach Miller, obviously, I mean, Coach is going to have a lot of energy, but all the videos that you guys have put out on stuff and stuff is like, I mean, full of fun, full of energy. Obviously, you guys are getting down to business, but to play for somebody like Coach Miller that's got that energy, I mean, yeah, it gives the team a boost. But what are some of the advantages and the fun of just playing for someone like?
I think it makes you want to play harder, honestly, and it makes you I don't know, it makes you love basketball. Like I know, like some people, like it's up and down. Basketball's up and down. So like when you keep having that energy, like you still love the sport, and like she reminds you that it's fun and you get to do these things. So then like it puts into perspective that like not everybody has this opportunity. So we have to come out here every day and work hard and work for each other.
Tell people outside about the team. Tell them that let's try again.
I think our identity, we're gonna run hard, we're gonna play fast, and we're gonna get after it on defense. I think that's very important for Coach Miller, and it's really important for us. Like we want to defend, we don't want to get scored on. We want the ball, so I think that's what they can expect.
What was your camp experience like?
Camp was hard, but it was fun. Like I had never experienced anything like that. And then like every day was something different. We would come to like camp grid, camp bucket, camp lockdown. I think it made us lean on each other because it was hard. Like every day we were coming in here first week of 20 hours, and we had to lean on each other. So I think that it built more team camaraderie, and we had to get through that together. Because it was hard, but it was fun.
What do you think about Coach Miller? What is it about that makes you guys kind of giving you that extra push?
She's so happy all the time, and like she's I don't know, it's just the way she motivates you. Her energy, like. And then, like, she gets so excited when you do it right, so you want her to get excited for you. Like, you want her to get, and you want to get excited for each other, and you just keep right. Like, she might just pick a charge every year, and, like, we all just, like, do a party for it. Like, she just motivates you for, like, to do little things. So I think that because she gets excited for the little things.
Following up on the last question from Blake, what were your first impressions of Coach Molly when you first moved down to Arizona State with you hiring her?
Well, I had played against her one of her teams in scrimmage, and that was hard. They defended us really hard and really well. Like, but I liked it. I was like, wow, like, I wonder what it's like to be on a team like that. And then when I got into the portal and she recruited me, I had already kind of knew how the style of play that she had, and I was like, oh, that was fun. It was hard, but I think like first impression, I wanted to play.
When you think about, obviously, I mean, I know it is one game at a time, but like when you see your schedule, is it hard not to, get like up, like maybe so to point out some like Big 12 games, just now playing in the Big 12?
I'm excited for the Big 12. I came from a mid-major at UNLV, so Anything power four, like it's like exciting. I mean, it makes you like a little bit nervous, but like I feel like it's a good challenge, and I'm excited for the challenge. So yeah, I'm excited to play.
And then playing, like, I know talking about Coach Miller, but somebody that, I mean, was a player and did it like at a high level. I mean, when you're, thinking about coming here and talking to you, what are the conversations like? Because you can bounce stuff off of her. She's not just coming at you as a coach, but like from a player's eyes.
Of course, yeah. Like she's not gonna scream in your face like if you want to like that. Like she'll pull you aside and like explain things, and you can question, you can ask. She always tells us the why behind everything that she's asking us to do. So it's not like I'm just asking you to do something crazy and I'm gonna tell you why. So she always tells us the why behind it, and then she explains it really well to where you feel like, okay, I understand why I have to do that, and then it makes sense.
All you have recruited a few girls from TCU from UNLV. Did you get to talk to them at all?
Yes, I did. I did talk to them. She had them call me one of them called me, and I was like, I don't want to follow y'all to her school, but I was like, once I actually got to know her and got to talk to her and come see the school, like I fell in love with her. And she was about. But yeah, I did talk to them. I was really close with them, so they shared some assignments and they loved playing for her. So I was like, okay, girl.
And was that a listen to call?
Yes, it was
And when you look at, I mean, I've asked, look at that, all smooth. But I mean, I've asked, like, obviously volleyball players and like football players, soccer players, but like when other sports obviously start the season and they're winning and there's like that electric vibe on campus, how cool is it, as a program for you guys to get to go to other games and see that, but just kind of experience, that buzz even before you guys start playing?
It was very cool for me because I feel like at my mid-major, like we didn't really have like the student section that this school has. Like they go hard for their sports. It's like when I went to the first football game, I was like, wow, this is like a real college. Like they actually enjoy like going to games and stuff. And then I even going to volleyball games. We went to a couple soccer games, and I just like how the school rides behind. It's like the community comes, and like they support really well. So it's really interesting and cool. What's a possible challenge or happy? Honestly, I think just the season is long. It's a long season. You get tired. There's both up and down. And I think the biggest obstacle is going to be to keep staying with the course, the coaches, and like not getting down on yourself. And like as a team, like just come together and just keep grinding it out, keep working. That's going to be like the biggest challenge is to keep working and just trust what the coaches are telling us, and then it'll all work out. So, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Just for the first part, but once you
All right, my peeps. So that was I was getting some players, and now Coach Miller is actually over there. So here we go.
As a coach, I'm like, I can't wait till it gets here. But also as a coach, I'm like, I need more time. So that's where I'm at. I'm like hot and cold. I'm like, yes, come here, or like, give me more time.
When you're at this point, obviously energy is a big thing for you. When you're at this point, kind of in camp, close to the season, how do you keep that energy level high? I know the games are close, but it's kind of the dot days camp.
I think what's neat about this group is they all came in with a clean slate. So it's not like there's been established starters or established minutes. So they all really come and compete because they have something to prove, whether it's a chip on their shoulder from the portal, never playing here, returners coming and wanting to start a new chapter. I think that's been a really cool dynamic, is that the competition is on level high because there's no predetermined expectations.
And even on the videos too. I mean, who can be the smoothest, the chicest, and the coolest? You put competition there as well, because you said you were going to have fun, and those are some pretty obviously fun. But I mean, obviously builds chemistry. But what's the fun in doing that too? Putting on the hype videos together.
For me, it's just a way to get our brand out there, to showcase these amazing basketball players, even better humans. So to be able to put them on a platform and generate some buzz around their hard work and their effort and what we're trying to build here, I think that's why social media is so great. It's because you can story tell, and we've got a great story to tell with these girls.
What was the process for seeing the players that were taking up to Vegas next week?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, it really was. There was some. You have the national champion and last year Poa, who's kind of been on that stage and has experience. I think McKenna Bracken, who you just spoke to, is going to be a rising star in the league. And then Gabby Elliott is just a proven power forward player. So she's going to come in and contribute. She averaged double digit scoring last year. So she's going to be a big piece to our success.
What's been the biggest adjustment coming over like from GCU to coming to ASU, and kind of how are you preparing for that?
Yeah, the scale and the resources, the exposure. I think that's all the next level that we're talking about. And when you get here, you're playing with the best of the best and you're associating with the best of the best. What a learning opportunity this has been for me. And I always say I don't have to be the biggest ego in the room. I don't have to have the loudest voice. Sometimes I will, but I put a staff around me that really augments my strengths and offset my weaknesses. So when you're bringing people in here like Jason Glover with 40 years of experience, Stephanie Norman, Daniel Barber, who has just been phenomenal, Abby, who has experience in the Olympics and the WNBA, I think we've really created a staff here to complement one another. And that's what I'm most proudest of at this moment. Now I'll be proud of the team too once we can start playing games.
Building up that, what's the relationship with Graham and Coach Early and other people associated with that program? How they supported you in your?
I'm telling you, this has been by far one of the most connected groups of head coaches that I have been a part of. We have a huge head coaches group text. I've got a group text with some of the girls. I've got a group text with Greg Powers has been awesome in hockey. Willie has been awesome from baseball. They've really welcomed me with open arms. Graham's done a phenomenal job of creating an environment where there's a lot of collaboration. But a lot of love. Only head coaches know what this seat feels like. And so we can really bounce ideas off of each other. We can share trials and tribulations. And it's just a really connected group. It truly is a family here.
Your players have talked about get the most out of them every day. How do you try to get the most out of them and maximize it?
I just don't let them shortchange themselves. Sometimes I see in them more than what they see in themselves. So we're not going to take shortcuts. We're not going to take the easy way. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to focus on the details. And I'm pretty matter of fact. So it's non-judgmental in my approach. It's like, this is what the standard looks like. And if we're not meeting it, we're going to correct the behavior and move forward. So I think they appreciate that. And I'm really seeing a lot of them grow and shine, which I'm very pleased with.
And speaking of the growing and shining,
and so, what are some steps that you've taken off the court that might be unique and different to really bring that as women to the team as well?
We have some fun times at my house, whether we're bringing food trucks over. We brought a food truck post-practice. Poa actually brought an ice cream truck post-practice once to feed the team. We have a lot of off-the-court bonding opportunities. Right now, we're having some fall fun groups where there's 4 groups, and they rotate amongst the coaches, and we go do something fun. My last group made rugs and carpets, so that was pretty fun. And just getting to know one another. We entice them. We put some candy up in the offices, so they'll always come by. But off the court, I think for me, my culture has always succeeded based on that connectivity, that closeness, that trust, that reliability. So off the court stuff is just as important as on the court.
It's a secret with McKenna's recruitment. Sounds like a little unique. She has some connections that it's hard went up against you in a scrimmage.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I knew her on the court because we've scrimmaged LD for the past 2 years. And so I got to see her grow from an underclassman now to a junior. And she's a great human being. I mean, she had a teammate, Melissa, that came to us. And, me and Melissa are like this. So I think sometimes your best recruiters are the players that played for you. They're speaking the honest truth of what their experience was like. So that was a good sounding board for her to say, what's it like playing for Coach Miller? I could tell her what it's like, but to hear a player actually say it, I think that was powerful for her. And then when she got on campus, I think she fell in love with this place and she really bought into my vision. And I want players who want to be here. So maybe more importantly than skill, which he has a lot of, is just I want to do this with you, coach. And she kind of shared that sentiment with me. And so what a special dynamic when you can have players coming in here that see your vision, want to take this program to new heights and are bought into that.
And Coach, with the vision,
And I know you can't talk about commits until they've signed, but to see so many, or not so many, but a few commits already before you guys play a game, just does that speak to the culture that you guys are trying to instill here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think in the portal, even we became a school of choice. And now when we're recruiting this 26 class, we're becoming a school of choice. And we're in the conversation now. With these top 25 teams, you're going to hear Arizona State on these lists and making these offers. So it's a build. And I think now it's our job to win some games because there's some blind faith in these recruits, which I love because they're bought into the vision too. And, I've got a lot of people on my staff and myself. We've won everywhere we go. So that's probably easy we're going to win. We're going to win. And this is how we're going to do it. They bought into that vision.
and
Speaking
Coach,
of the mentioning of the word win, as Arizona State looks to get back to NCAA tournament for the first time since 2019, what are the keys for this team to achieving it?
I don't want to sound cliche, but I might. It's just the daily process. It is so important. Daily wins will stack up. And then all of a sudden, the byproduct is going to be winning. The byproduct is going to be tournament appearances. The byproduct is be knocking off teams in the tournament. So it's just the culture initially and then progress throughout the year.
and Coach, when you got hired, you obviously talked about like your vision, but one of the first words you used was defense. And McKenna was just over here saying somebody drew a charger. We saw it like throwing a party, but I mean, in getting that, yes, you're recruiting talent, but how do you feel that as a group they've stepped up their overall defense?
They're bought in, but you have to be because if you want to see the court, you got to be bought into defense. So it's non-negotiable. I'm like, you're either 2 feet in or you're probably going to be on the sidelines going like this. And so as they've learned the defense, they're getting a lot better. What I will compliment this group on, I've never had to question their effort. So I can mold technique and teachings, but the effort has to be there for good defense.
What expectations you have from senior players, and where you can see that leadership come onto the court?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we intend to like move forward with getting experience. I think when you have, Gabby and Marley and last year, some of those upperclassmen that have had success at this level, you want to lean on them. You also want them to share their stories, because they've got a point to prove. They wanted a different experience for whatever reason. So now they're here and they've got some experience. They know how to win. They're competitors. We're wired the same. That's why I've recruited a lot of these experienced kids that want to win and prove something and do something special together. So their experience is so invaluable. And we're going to lean on them a lot. When I'm not there in the locker room, it's going to be their place.
What are some possible obstacles or challenges you see for the team, whether it's on or off the court, and how are you preparing?
You're not, doing things outside, getting, in the training room enough, the weight room enough. So all those things we're learning what winning looks like. And that's an adjustment for a lot of these kids. To their credit, again, they've bought in and they've been willing to learn. I have not gotten pushback on, we're going to condition, you're going to be the best shape of your life. It's funny, last year, someone made that comment the other day, like, this is the best shape I've ever been in. I'm like, good, because you're going to need it with our brand of basketball. So just what winning looks like is going to be, just a daily progression for us. And we're going to hit our head against the wall sometimes and we're going to face some obstacles. But if we have that foundation of winning culture and our daily habits, it'll carry over.
Following up on the last question about last year, what are your impressions from coaching her so far?
Oh, she's competitive, which I love. We're finding that fine line of letting her loose and also being disciplined in what we want to do. She's been great. She's been fun to coach. She has this passion and fire about her that I can really appreciate.
When you have someone who's played all the way up to the national championship game, how can you quantify what that brings in leadership and floor generalship and any of those type of things?
Well, I mean, that's the highest level of basketball is getting to that national championship tip-off. So she's seen the progress, which no one else kind of sees the inside of every single day, what it takes. You see the ball is tipped 40 minutes and then, a good highlight at the end. It takes a lot to get there. So I think her shared experience on it's the daily habits. You can't just snap your fingers and cut down a net. So she can really speak to what that looks like on kind of the smaller, honed in view of even how you're taking care of your body, even how you're fueling yourself, even how you're managing class, travel, and games. She can really speak to that.
And Coach, when you talk about obviously culture, and I was asking McKenna, like to get on campus, so now get to go out to other sports, like fall sports started, and the energy. And you and I talked about this energy that they go, but getting to go out to other events, but for the players to come in and see that you guys to go out, how like what did you notice from them, and how big was it for them just to experience those other sports and the early success they're having?
They're always hopping over to a hockey game, volleyball game. I see it on all their Instagram stories. I'm like, I check up on them. What are they doing in their free time? You're supporting other student athletes. I love it. That's a really positive because, we want a good crowd. We want student athletes to come support us, but we can't be thinking that that's not going to happen if it's not a two-way street. So there's joy in that for them, being able to kind of get our team together and go to these different sporting events and see other players' hard work pay off. I think that's really important.
Thanks, Molly.
Cool.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Oh, we're almost there. November 3rd. It's going to be insane in a while. I know. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Always appreciate you all. Yeah. Rest, what is that? I know it's like football Friday, but we are having an open practice tomorrow. So
I'll be there.
2:00 at DFA. If you want to. Yeah, really fun. So, all right. Thank you all.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you.
What is up? Well, guys, that was Sun Devil head coach Molly Miller. You saw it right there. Brought it to you live from practice again. A little off the cuff, but we got it done. We always get it done here on Pitchfork Lunch, and you guys know that. So that being said, that being said, oops, there we go. That was Sun Devil women's basketball head coach Molly Miller. Again, had her on Pitchfork Lunch, but after she got hired, she said there's open practice Friday, so 2:30. So get some footage of that. And because again, soccer tonight, volleyball tonight. If you can get on out to soccer, get out. But so. Again, they're taking on 12th ranked Texas Tech. Get out there tonight, Sun Devil Soccer Stadium. So anyway, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your Thirsty Thursday. Hope you quench women's basketball thirst, everything going on. We'll have all preview tomorrow stuff. Obviously football. We'll recap volleyball and soccer and go from there. So everybody have a phenomenal rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And you guys know it. Hashtag our state. Thank you to women reigning Big 12 champions women's volleyball for reminding me of that. And you guys know it. Go Devils. But as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Wayne Baker. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Red flag.
Third down and 5. Levis swings it to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Chuck this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. Got the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.